So, let's get into today. I have an update
Yeah,
that you know that I have,
sure
but
do.
I want to wait on that one, and I want to hit something else first.
Okay.
That first
Butter 'em up
thing
first.
is, how's the New Year's resolution? How's candy?
Oh yeah. So I am. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, are you recapping? Like, were you going to start that with a recap? Because I want to make sure that we're treating
Oh,
first-time listeners.
yeah, because you said how's candy as if like my New Year's resolution was like eating more candy. No, I'm cutting out candy for the month of January. The way I do my New Year's resolution is I do something for the first month, and if I like it, I keep it for the rest of the year, and if I don't like it, I change it for February, and then if I like that one, I keep for the rest of the year. If I don't, March, and so on and so forth. So January is no candy. I'm cutting out candy, and I'm gonna guarantee that in February I'm gonna be munching on some candy because I'm 6 days. This is my sixth day,
6, we are, at time of recording, 6 days into January.
and it's rough, man.
I bet.
It's rough.
I bet.
The first 4 days, or 3 days, I was like, hell yeah, this is like easy. I thought this was gonna be way harder.
Yeah.
And then on the fourth day, I walked into a grocery store and I saw some jelly beans, and I was like, I almost started drooling. I wanted jelly beans. So, and I'm not even like a big jelly bean
I was
guy.
about to
I
say,
don't
are
love
you a
jelly
bean
beans.
boy?
Not like totally. Like if they're around, I'll eat some. Not like on the floor, but like if there are not like loose jelly beans, but if you go to a party and they're like, "Hey, we've got little packs of jelly beans for people," I'm like,
Mm-mm,
"Oh fuck
mm-mm.
yeah!"
No, what party,
I'm
what fucking party are you going to where they're like, so this is the punch, it is spiked, this is the bean table, by the way, and then of course we do have snack wraps and everything, we actually have like food, but this is the bean table?
like a Halloween party.
We're playing bean pong? Just like
Like
line
a
them
Hall-
up, no bounces allowed, but if you sink it in,
That would actually
there's 10
that would be
beans in every
sick.
cup.
That would be sick.
Actually,
But
that's a
it's,
Patreon video idea, so let's stop talking.
But we need to use Bean Boozled.
No, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, we wouldn't just do regular beans.
Of course not.
Or we could do regular beans. Just dry,
One
uncooked
cup.
beans.
One cup has like Bush's baked beans, and then the other have actual jelly beans. Candy's going well. You were drooling over some Jelly Bellies.
Yeah, so I saw some and I was like, oh my god, I want them so bad. And then I went down the candy aisle and that was a mistake. I shouldn't have, but I was like,
Yeah, that's a rough move. You
Yeah.
really trial through fire.
yeah. So I saw everything. I was like, oh, that's my favorite. No, that's my favorite. No, and I was like, I went and I got my milk and I got the eggs.
Good,
And
good man. Good man.
it was really hard. And then yeah, that was day 4. And then yesterday, I was starting to get like the feeling of like, I need it.
Yeah.
And I feel so silly because it's fucking candy. I feel like a literal child.
People die munching on candy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You think candy, sure, you think like Jelly Bellies, you think like Tootsie Rolls, whatever you want to think of candy, lollipops, I don't know. When you think candy, I don't know
Candy
what
bars.
the first thing that, candy bars is a popular one. But like,
Yeah.
people akin the elderly to like Werther's Originals and little butterscotches. And it's like, there's a candy for every phase of your life. It's not
Dude,
for children.
Yeah. Also, like, gum is candy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah,
Like, what?
yeah.
Like,
I don't know what the
you can't
legal
really get-
definite. Like last time, I don't know. Like I wasn't in the court the day they decided the legal definition of candy, but I would personally consider gum a candy.
Gum and mints. I'm deciding that they're candy because my mom was like, "Are gum and mints candy?" And I was like, "I feel like I'm cheating if I say I can have gum and mints." And so even if they're not candy,
yeah,
I'm counting them as candy.
Because tell you what, if you weren't counting them and you were like, these are things I can cheat with, because like you would be
Yeah.
you'd be shoveling mints into your mouth.
Yeah.
And I've seen it
Absolutely.
before. It's it's scary. Not with you, but I have a buddy that when he smokes, that's his favorite. Like, some people are like,
Really?
man, I need some Taco Bell. Some people are like, man, I could really just like snack on a bag of chips. No. I was once
He's,
at
like,
his
throwing
house and
back
we were smoking together, and
peppermints?
like he was nearly in tears, and he goes, Jim, can you go to my car? I have a bag of wintergreen lifesavers and I really want them. And so I trekked
Yo.
out to, it was an odyssey. I went out to his car and I got them. And like he would just pop them, and he went nuts, man.
Okay, but the wintergreen lifesavers are really
They
good.
smack. They're my favorite
They are
kind.
packed. Yeah, they are really good. They're packed with flavor.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, no mints, no gum. I definitely just said cum. No gum. And
No cum
that's
as well. Like
I'm not eating cum for the month of January.
for January.
Yeah, so that's 2 months out of the year that I can't. Never mind. So I no candy. So it's going okay.
Yeah.
Today's day 6. I'm still struggling. I'm still in the phase of like there's a break. There's a break where you hit a line and you're like, I don't think I need this anymore.
Yes. I
And
got
I'm
that way
waiting for
with
that.
soda. Like I've relapsed,
Same.
and I'm okay with that because I was never I never said I'm going to stop soda. I just stopped.
No. Yeah.
So I don't feel bad about coming back to it more regularly.
Yeah.
But there was a while when I like stopped drinking soda for like a month and a half, where to come back to drinking soda regularly, I had to like work up to it because it wasn't as good
Yeah.
as like a casual drink. It was like, this is heavy. And this is like harsh on my buds.
Yeah, it is a little, especially like depending on what kind of soda. Like I still drink ginger ale.
I
on
drink
special
heavy
occasions.
soda. I drink cola. Cola's
Yeah,
my
cola
favorite.
is the rough one.
Yeah.
Cola is really, really heavy and really thick.
It's that caramel.
With
Caramel coloring.
because it's that fructose corn syrup, and
Mm-hmm.
because there's so much of that,
Yep.
and yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. But I'm
So,
glad
yeah,
it's going
it's,
so it's
it's-
going well. You were able
is going
to
well.
stay strong in the candy aisle, which is, like I said, the most trial by fire kind of thing you can do.
and I'm sleeping so much better, cutting out all that sugar.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I
Yeah.
knew that the logic
I am
tracks.
sleeping. Yep, I'm sleeping so much better. I have so much more energy. I'm like
Hell
lifting
yeah.
way more at the gym.
Hell yeah.
I like the past couple times, like I just got back from the gym. The past couple times I've like upped my numbers by a lot. Like way more than I thought I was going to. I've also put on weight.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing too, is like if you're heavier, you're going to be able to lift more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really surprised at that I've got a lot more energy and a lot more strength throughout the day. So
I think that's why
Yeah.
recently I've been drinking a bit more soda than usual, and recently I've been like eating a bit more candy, and like my eating habits have gotten a little bit more poor in the last 2 weeks, primarily because I know that like I really need to message the guy that's going to be coaching me, and we're
Yeah.
going to work out a diet, and I'm about to go on that diet. So and
Yeah.
again, this isn't cutting. I'm not cutting. I'm
No.
bulking. So, but
Yes.
you have to
Me
do a
too.
clean. You want to do a clean bulk.
You want it as clean as you can. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
As
You
clean
don't
as
want
your
to be
body will let
loading
you.
up on like chips and like combo. I've been eating a lot of combos recently.
I love combos.
They're so good.
They're so good. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not
Yeah, you
where you
want
want to get your
proteins.
calories from. That's not where you want to get, because you're fueling your body. You're not only bulking,
Yep.
but you're using what you're bulking on as fuel in the gym, and you don't want to be running off that combo energy. That'll fuck
Yeah.
you over real fast.
You know what's actually good?
What is good? What's good?
What's good?
Really? No way. Don't tell me that's good. What do you mean that's good? For bulking?
For bulking, yeah. For bulking, like burgers from places, it's got a lot of fat and oils and like things that aren't good if you're trying to cut. But if you're trying to bulk up, it's that, and ice cream is really, really good for bulking.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, and
This
I don't
is like
even
a
really
really
eat
common
ice cream.
thing. Oh damn! It's like
I'll
a really
start.
common thing
I'll
amongst
start.
bodybuilders and people who like bulk up like crazy. Their bulking phase, they eat a shitload of ice cream
Yeah.
because it doesn't matter. Like you're just trying to put on weight. you're not going to be keeping that weight. You're going to be shredding that weight off really soon anyway.
Mhm.
So, like, as long as you, like, I'm not saying eat ice cream all day.
Yeah.
But, like, burgers and rice is really good.
Dude, I've been eating rice like crazy. I love rice. I love rice so
is
much.
Awesome. I love rice.
So,
Yeah, but anyway, that's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, the touch point was, so that was my New Year's resolution, was like getting in shape. And so like recently I've been eating a little bit more poorly because I know that like any day now I'm going to be going on this diet and like hitting the gym a bit more heavy. But I
dad
can't
does the same
really
thing.
hit the gym until I get my car back. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second, but I want to hit one
Yep.
more thing just because I find it interesting. And this came out
Go
of
for it.
nowhere. So like here's our New Year's resolutions. Here's no candy from you. Here's hitting the gym for me. And then also a new contender for gym, learning Japanese with a steel chair.
Oh. Huh?
That came out of nowhere, dog. I'm learning Japanese.
Why?
Honest to God, felt like it.
I love that. I saw you were like looking for Duolingo people, and I was like, "What's he learning?" I was like, "Is it Spanish? Is it maybe, I don't know, something else?"
I have ADHD and big on hyperfixation. Like when I want something, or more like when I'm actually genuinely interested in something. My capacity to like take in that new knowledge is ceaseless. It's endless. It's a
Yeah.
fountain of more information, please. So honestly, a language with 3 alphabets is kind of a perfect choice.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
I'm really enjoying it.
You know who? Sorry, I was just gonna say,
Do
you know
I
who
know
is on
who?
Duolingo
Your
that
sister.
you should definitely. Yeah,
I
had
have
a feeling
already
that she
added
might have.
her. We've been having a
Okay,
long
I was gonna
conversation
say,
about
yeah.
it. Yeah, we've been having
I love that.
conversation about it.
I love that.
I love talking with Shay, and
Aw.
honestly, that I feel
She's
like
the
that was
best.
the longest conversation we've ever had.
Probably so. She loves. Yeah,
Do you know what her streak is?
it's something crazy.
It's like 392 days.
Yeah, because we hung out not too long ago, me and my sisters, and like we were in the middle of it, and Shaylin was like, "I have to do Duolingo," and I was like, "Dog, we're at like American Eagle right now. What?" And she's like, "I just have to." So she started doing Duolingo in the middle of the mall.
I think, as far as I can tell, because you can like see your friend's experience, like your XP points, it looks like she does like literally 1 lesson a day just to keep that streak, which I
Yep.
guess is really good for incentive. So Duolingo, you're getting
Yeah.
this whole streak thing right. That's a very good feature
Yes.
because it keeps people with like obsessions over streaks in your app, and it keeps them
Yeah.
learning.
I'll let you speak on the Japanese, not speak in Japanese, but speak on the Japanese in just a second. Do you know why she's learning Italian? Did she tell you why?
I think, but I feel bad for kind of forgetting. Go on.
You're good. So, obviously, a couple years ago, we went to Italy for
Yeah.
my Make-A-Wish
Yep.
because I got a Make-A-Wish, and she fell in love with that country. Oh my God,
Aw.
she loved it, and she wants to go back. She wants to do like a 3-month stint in Italy, and
Hell
just
yeah.
learn the culture. And she was like, "If I'm gonna go learn the culture, I need to learn the language." So
That's
ever since then, she's been doing Duolingo.
I think at the end of the day, that's exactly why I chose Japanese to learn, is because I'm in love with that culture.
I figured, yeah. That's awesome.
It's just such a interesting and vibrant culture. We've been watching more videos on it recently. I'm getting into a lot of different things. I'm rediscovering my love for anime. I've started JoJo's
That's awesome.
Bizarre Adventure.
Sweet.
So actually, hold on. Let me get my shaker cup, which I just made. We have a Cricut.
Yeah.
We've been making a lot of stuff. It's what we're using to like make merch and everything. But just the other day,
Hey, folks. Jim's getting something right now.
okay, so yeah, it's I have my blender bottle. Hey, what a lovely product that I would love to say more good things about if only I had incentive to do that. Hit us up, BB. I'm gonna call you
Yeah.
BB. Can I call you BB? I went ahead
That'd be
and
a
threw this
sick
on it.
sponsorship, low-key. Oh, hell yeah. Ugh.
So this is my girl. This is Bulma
Yeah.
from Dragon Ball.
That's right.
That's
That is your girl.
That is my girl. And then
I know that's your girl.
this is my name.
Oh, that's so sick.
So this is the least popular, and of course for everyone on, for those that can't see, that blows, doesn't it? Anyway, we're on YouTube, by the way. So, no, so this
I thought
is
you were literally just making fun of our blind audience. I was like, Jesus Christ, okay.
No. This is
Jim
kind of the
ableist?
least used alphabet in Japanese. It's called katakana, and it is solely used to borrow words from other languages. So
Interesting.
yeah, so
That's really cool.
yeah, so the Japanese don't have certain sounds. Like I don't believe they have an L whatsoever. There's no la, there's no lay.
Sure.
There's no L's. So if they're gonna make an L sound, they have to they have a character that represents pretty much the closest thing that they can make to that sound. So take any American word, oh my god, I'm a colonizer. Take any English word, and
We have some words.
Jeet.
They're not-
Jeet's an
they're not
American
good
word.
words. Yeah, Jeet's a good one.
Jeet is an American damn word. Jeet yet? I'm getting a little
Jeet?
hungry. Jeet yet? God damn. But
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we have very few words. They're not good.
Thing
But
is,
we have them.
you could
exist.
write Jeet in katakana. Now it's not a
That's so
perfect
crazy.
translation. You can't get the perfect sounds, but you can get a very
Right.
close approximation. So the dot kind of separates first from last name. So this is Jimu. So the little guy there is an MU sound. So every character is a syllable, which I love. It's not one
Yeah.
letter. Every character is a syllable. It's a very interesting language. I can talk about it another
That is
time on
cool.
an episode where we have more time. We're kind of pressed for time this episode. But I'm learning Japanese. It's very fun. We should, when we get in the studio, we should do like between the episode type shit where like the 10 minutes it takes to like swap equipment, get some
Yeah.
water. We just have like Patreon only bits where we like talk about shit we wish we could have said more in the episode.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
But yeah, learning Japanese, it's fun. I love it. If you want to follow that, my Twitter is in Japanese, so I can't really plug that in a way that's beneficial. But if you go to my personal Twitter at Jimmy Big Boy, spelled all with I's, so JIMMIBIGBOI at Jimmy Big Boy. I've retweeted myself a couple times because I've made a separate account solely for learning Japanese. That for the most
really
part, I want to only post in Japanese. I only want to like react with that content, and I'm also sharing all of my Duolingo progress there because I didn't want to flood my own feed with it. Every time I earn like a little trophy or reward on Duolingo, that's where I'm sharing it. So go to Jimmy Big
Dude.
Boy, and then you can find my Japanese Twitter, and then you can follow that.
I love what you're doing right now because you're like branching off into like multiple streams of content, and I fucking love that.
I'm working out, and I have my OnlyFans, which
Yeah, you
I
do.
guess we'll start putting in the episode description, but not this week because they hate to see you win. They want to keep you down. Verification failed, even though my picture and picture of my photo ID were the most immaculate pictures ever taken on this earth. They were like, nah, so we need you to re-upload those and then also give us your Twitter. And I'm like, I'll plug my Twitter.
What?
But yeah, so if your
That's so
verification fails on OnlyFans for the first time, they also want to make sure you're a real person. So they're like, give us any social media account at all.
Interesting.
So I'll give them Twitter and try to get that verified. And as soon as I get that verified, I'll be posting like my diet, my workout routine,
That's really cool.
some pictures, some videos, shit like that. So I've got OnlyFans going for me. Merlin's Etsy shop is about to pop off. He just went thrifting yesterday and bought a shit
Sick.
ton of clothes to put different designs and stuff on that we're working on.
Sick.
So we've got that. We've got the new podcast, which we haven't recorded episode 1 for yet. But yeah, we're trying for a
That's
kid.
fine.
It's awesome. It's been fun. But
Naturally,
what?
Naturally, yeah.
No, not naturally. But
Yeah, it is fun.
No, yeah, yeah.
I've been trying
all-
for a kid for like 7 years now.
You'll get him. You'll get him, Tiger. But
For those who don't know, I'm infertile. Anyway, go ahead, Jim.
but no, and then now I've got this now the learning Japanese I'm not monetizing. Like you can just follow that and then like support me because it'll hold me to it. There's no better way
Yeah.
for me to do anything than to watch me do it because I feel pressure.
Absolutely.
I have ADHD, and when I was in college, I remember I went live on Facebook once to do my homework, and I literally titled that stream, doing homework, if I stop or get distracted, bully me. And I was able to get my homework done that night, and it was like stuff I
Yeah,
was
you did your
dreading
homework.
doing. And typically with
Yeah.
ADHD, if you dread doing it, you don't do it.
Yeah, it ain't gonna
But I
happen.
got it done, and it was a really good conversation. I've watched that live stream before. Like a year or two ago, I rewatched that live stream, and it was a really good conversation. It was a really cool paper
That's
I was
awesome.
writing as well.
Neato.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another penultimate episode of Anything But Politics. As always, my name's Jim, and I'm here with...
The sick, sick. I'm pretty sick right now.
I think
I'm
you were
sick.
shooting for Sickman Rollman for a second, because that's just...
a little bit.
I don't know why. It's just what I heard.
A little bit, but I'm sick.
You
I don't
sound...
feel too good.
I think you sound fine. Now, of course...
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, your audio's coming through, for me, like, it's through Discord. But when Seth actually puts the audio in the episode, it's your actual raw audio, and the quality improves. Maybe if you
Raw audio.
sounded higher quality, I could hear the sick, but right now you sound fine.
I'm definitely over the hump. Like the past couple days were fucking shit.
Yeah.
It was brutal. Really bad sinus stuff. I felt like I had a giant lump in my throat for like 2 or 3 days that hurt every
Yeah.
time I swallow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It was bad, man.
I
That's the worst.
I dread nothing in this life more than going about my day-to-day life, and then out of nowhere, I swallow,
Yep.
and it kind of hurts. And I know that I'm a day or two out from like a 3-day head cold. And it just,
Yep.
that first hint that like, haha, hey buddy, you're fucked, is when you swallow, and it kind of hurts. There's nothing
Kind
I
of
hate
like
more.
jolt. Yeah.
Not the jolt. I want to stop talking
Yeah.
about it.
And then this morning I woke up and I went to go give Leah a hug, and she was like, "What the fuck is wrong with your eye?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Your eyes." And I was like, "What do you mean?" I went and looked. First off, they were bloodshot, and then there was like seeping, nasty stuff coming from my eyes. It was gross, dude. But I know what happened. So, due to the cold, there was a delay on the shipments of my medications.
I follow
And
your
so-
mom on Facebook and was staying as
Okay,
up to date as possible as I could regarding
Yep. So, yeah, there was a big delay on my medications as well as Shaylin's,
it. Mm-hmm.
my sister. And so I missed a day or two of my really important medication that keeps me like normal.
Is it like
And-
like if you had to rank it, like I'm sure it hits top 5. So where on the top 5 would you rank it for like the biggest CF breakthroughs in like the last couple years? Number 1? I thought so. I thought that this medication that you're talking about was literally the number 1 like big breakthrough on like living a normal life. Isn't it what kind of helped both of you like gain a healthy weight?
For some people, it is a borderline cure. Like it can't be a cure
That's
because a cure can't be an everyday thing.
Yeah.
Like a medication can't be a cure, but it is. It's like Shaylin and I always have had different issues with cystic fibrosis. Like
Yeah.
we have different problems, and our separate problems were completely fixed with the medication.
It's
which is
amazing.
wild.
It's so amazing.
Yeah,
And
it's
my
so
heart
crazy.
sank when I learned it was on back order.
Yeah. So
My stomach
they say on
dropped.
the-
I was like, oh my God.
yeah, they say on the package, they're like, don't miss doses, because if you miss doses, you're going to be fine. Like, you're going to be fine for a couple days. But once you start it back up, you're going to go through the same shit that you went through when you first started it, which is brutal.
Ugh.
When I first started Trikafta, it was like a week of like CF basically exiting my body.
Yeah.
And so it's a
And
lot
so
of head
that's what it
issues.
was. It was CF coming out of your eyes.
It was CF, like, pardon my disgusting, but it was literally mucus coming out of my eyes.
Yeah.
Like mucus seeping from my eye holes.
The CF just like
And then,
crawling out of your body.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's really quite gross. And like I'm coughing up a lot of junk.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's brutal. It's really, really bad. And that's after a day and a half of missed doses. That's how like intense this medication is.
Shout out Trikafta.
Yeah, big ups to Trikafta. I'm back on it and I'm already feeling better than I was the past couple of days. So, but yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. I'm not like sick. Like I'm still going to work. I don't have any type of fever. It's just feeling shitty and having junky stuff. So that's all.
I just thought of a little merch idea.
Okay.
I just love the idea of a design that has like no text. It's just 2 pills, 1 Trikafta and 1 Adderall. And it's us. I love that idea and I don't know why. And like they can have
so funny.
They can have little faces and one can have the little like facial hair and then the other will have just the mustache. We can
so
Merlin
funny.
and I have a work day tomorrow where we're just literally like banging out designs because hey guys, kind of to get on topic. Now today's word of the day, penultimate. We learned what that was last recording session.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remind me what penultimate means, Christian?
Oh, I feel like I'm in an episode of Dora and I didn't study.
It's okay. Penultimate.
It means it's like if ultimate were this is the one right underneath.
Yes.
Or right before. Right
yes.
before.
It is the second to last in a series.
Right.
And now this is not the second to last episode ever, but it is the episode right before episode 100, which is going to be an ultimate episode, and we're already we have some ideas in the works. I just made a post on Patreon so that we can like talk to our patrons about them being included in the episode and like they're sharing their ideas.
Yeah. Jim's gonna be doing the 1 chip challenge.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I could handle that spice level again. I could do it. I could never handle the taste again.
Oh, it's gross, yucky.
Yeah, it was so bad.
We should put that clip up on YouTube. We ought to put that clip up for anybody who missed it.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
That way people don't have to scrub through the 12-hour long live stream.
Word up. Like, I don't even care about making that a Patreon-only thing because it was public anyway. So, yeah, we could just do the isolated clip. And we could do multiple camera angles because it was on the actual live stream. And then you recorded it on your phone.
I did record it on my phone.
So you could see the up-close sweat and pain.
It was hard to watch, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was excited, and then you did it, and I was like, oh, this is really rough to watch.
I was fine. Again, I could, today, right now, casually, I could handle that level of spice again. The taste was so bad. Yeah. So I hope, I think they do a different chip every year. I might be talking out of my ass. Like, they do a different, like, it used to not turn your tongue blue, but that was a recent thing they added as like hey, here's this year's gimmick. I think they might do a different type of chip every year, and I hope next year they improve on flavor. Like maybe partner
chip
with Doritos. That'd be pretty nice.
That would be nice. Anywho, yeah. So, but no, episode 100 is gonna be awesome. 100 episodes, baby. That's wild.
And we will have just to celebrate 100 episodes, we will have merchandise that gets released, and it will be our first official merch drop. You and I have worn clothes made by Merlin and designed by Merlin.
Hell yeah.
And I love those clothes. I'm literally wearing, hold on. First off, go Bucks. I see people on our TikTok oftentimes mention the fact that I wear an ETSU hoodie. And they're like, hey, ETSU. And I'm like, go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
But I'm literally wearing my like cream anything but politics shirt right now. I love it so much. But we're working on some designs, and so the pill design was something that I thought like, we could work on tomorrow as well when we're working on all the other designs.
Sick.
We've already had at least one response to the question I posed last week, which we are going to pose one last time because there's not much time left. What merch do you want to see? Hats, shirts, hoodies, sweatpants. What do you want to see? Because here's the thing, like, we might not do a wide sweep. We might not do the widest sweep. This is going to be pre-order only. It's going to be pre-order. And then only after orders close are we going to start production. And then like it'll ship out in like a month or two. We'll be very, very clear with times and expected dates. But it's going to take a little while just because of how small our operation is and the fact that this is all happening out of the bedroom that I'm currently in.
Yeah, we're not using a partner like Teespring or something like that. We're doing it ourselves.
These are made by hand with love. I will, if you want to not only say, how about this? In the comments on YouTube and in Discord, and then, of course, once more, if you're on Spotify, if you go to the episode description, if you go to the show notes, it'll have a Q&A because Spotify has started doing a Q&A that you can attach to each individual episode, and each one can have a different question. The question will be about merch, and you can answer what you want to see, like hats, shirts, whatever. And then, what sweet nothings would you like me to whisper to it? Latin prayer, the lyrics to your favorite song,
Ooh.
just your name over and over. Just like we will whisper to your clothes as we make them, and you'll definitely feel that as you wear them.
Ooh. Deal? I guess.
What a deal?
Deal?
No,
That's
we'll
what
take
I'll
care
go
of you
with. What a
guys.
deal.
We will take care of you guys. I love that. I think my light is dying. I literally have like I've hated how I've looked in the last 2 episodes. I'm so ready for the studio next week.
Me too. I hate this. It's the worst.
Discord
man.
here's the thing. Discord will always be there for us. It's trusty. It's always there when needed. But God, I hope we don't need it for a very long time.
Me too. Season 4.
Season 4, let's go.
Not again. Yeah, not again until season 4.
Yeah, for real.
Dude, dying.
Anywho, this episode needs to run a little shorter than usual. We don't have too long to let Seth edit this one. So we're gonna jump right into what I think is gonna lead us out of here, which is a story.
Yeah, what?
I'm sorry?
No. I was just. Go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna tell a little story. That's okay.
Go for it.
Regarding
fine by me.
what I'm calling actually no, that's so horrific and bad of a joke that I'm gonna go ahead and commit to it. So I'm gonna call this the New Year's Carse. That is a car curse. That is a car related curse. So this is the New Year's Carse. You like that? You like that?
Yeah.
You're laughing so
No,
silently that it must be really good.
It's really funny.
Yeah, thanks, man. It really I really believe it when you say it like that. So maybe that joke is just about as funny as the situation I've found myself in. So just to kind of issue a really brief recap, if you want to like get really into the nitty-gritty details of it, go listen to last year's New Year's episode, New Year, New Car.
Yeah.
Seth even like literally he already spoofed the title New Year, New Car with New Year, New Belt, which came out like I believe that was last week's episode.
Yeah.
Or 2 episodes. No, that was New Year's baby. 2 episodes ago was New Year, New Belt.
Yep.
And if you want the nitty-gritty details of last year's curse, which is my New Year's car trouble regarding my thrown rod, my engine threw a rod, and I had to get a new car entirely because otherwise I would have had to buy a new engine. If you want to hear the nitty-gritty details of that, go listen to New Year, New Car. It was a good episode that I enjoyed. And then also to add to the fact that this is in fact a yearly New Year's curse. The year before that, it was my starter. Either January 1st or January 2nd, Merlin and I made our way to Books A Million because we were going to get some books. It's the new year. Let's read more. And we went there, and when we left, the car wouldn't start. So like we replaced the battery and everything because I thought the battery not only ran dry, it just went bad. It was like the stock battery, and it was a 2005. So it was old. Replaced that. It wasn't the battery, by the way. So that was like a little over 100 thrown out the window. And then yeah, ended up having to replace the starter. I think it was a couple hundred for that. It's insane, man. So
Super fun.
that happened like on New Year's. And then last year, the throwing a rod happened right around Christmas time. So getting the new car, like Noah's car, and like dealing with being in between actually owning a car, having one that I couldn't use and not quite having the new one in my name yet, like tagged and titled. That was a whole endeavor that was currently during the new year. That'll bring us to about 4 or 5 days ago when I'm driving home from work, and a new sound unlocked.
Ooh.
It sounded as though there was an aluminum can in my front wheel. That was just kind of clattering around as the tire rolled, and I was like, that can't be good.
That's wrong.
So luckily this only happened like a mile and a half away from my house. So I was able to like do my best to like push in my clutch. I drive a manual. I was able to like push in my clutch, which for the most part made it stop. And coast home. It's a lot downhill to my home for the last mile and a half.
Yeah, there is.
And I got there, and being back on my ADHD medication, I've gotten a lot better at doing things immediately. Oh, there's a problem? Let's go ahead and fix that now. Bang. Let's go and do it. So I immediately called my dad. I was like, hey, what transmission shop should I bring this to? He's like, oh, let's bring it to this guy's shop. It's right next to the place where I work. We'll grease everything up, and hopefully that lubrication fixes it. So I said, okay. My mom meets me the next day because she's going to bring me there so that I can drop off the car and then drive me home and then drive me there later. Mom starts driving, and I start driving behind her. And about 2 blocks from my house, the car starts bucking. Have you ever been in a bucking car?
No.
Oh, it's not fun. Imagine you had
Doesn't sound it.
square wheels. That's essential. That's pretty close to what it is. Like, or imagine you have like circular wheels, but there's just a little plank of wood under your car that is rotating 360 degrees that causes your car just to like kind of jerk back and forward every couple feet.
Rotation. Yeah.
I fucking immediately side of the road parked that thing, called mom, said get back here, we're towing it. And we just had to find a transmission shop because I was like, I called that mechanic that dad was gonna have me go to. I said, we can put all the grease in the world on this thing, but unless we're putting it like on the wheels so that it'll glide wherever we want it to go, it's just not gonna work. I was like, you can grease the transmission, nothing's gonna happen. You should grease the wheels, and then we'll just push it in the direction we want it to go, and hopefully it'll just frictionless slide there.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, best of luck. And I was like, thanks, man. So I had to find an actual transmission shop. This guy was able to grease my transmission, but not do really anything else. He doesn't do replacements. He doesn't do repair.
I love getting my transmission greased.
First transmission shop. Recently, trying for this kid, it's been a pleasure. No, but this first shop I went to, the first shop we went to was too good. They were too good at fixing transmissions. In fact, they were so good that they were so popular that they were booked until April 10th.
Oh my god! That's like a third of the year.
Yeah, dog. They're booked 3 months in advance. Well, technically, it's 2 months in advance, isn't it? Yeah, it's 2 months in advance. That's insane. They were like, we're so sorry. We're booked until April 10th. They were very sweet. They were like, I'm so sorry.
I'm sure they were. They're fucking lining their pockets with fucking crazy cash.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
I know. There were
April?
There were like 20 cars parked on their lot, and their lot was not big. So I was like, listen, y'all don't have to feel bad about it. I'll find another transmission shop. Honestly, good for you all. This must mean you guys are great at what you do.
Yeah, no kidding.
I did find another shop. The dude was awesome. Dad works
Good.
at a auto parts store. He works for Advance. And he makes deliveries. And he was like, I make deliveries to this one guy. Check this guy out. So I go there, and it's just I always find myself in these very lucky situations where I have connections. I have a
You
network.
do.
I've
You
always
do
had a
that a
network.
lot. Yeah.
Well, Dad does deliveries for this guy, so you know what? I only have to pay for labor because he's agreed to use parts that Dad buys. Dad's
Hell
just
yeah.
gonna buy the parts, and I did that this morning. I went and picked up a new clutch kit because that's what I need to do. I need to replace my entire clutch system, the clutch, the pressure plate, the flywheel, the bearings, just all of it at once. Because that's what you do. You don't fix one.
Yeah.
Typical car repairs, when you fix one of these things, you go ahead and just replace it all. So that cost a little bit, but way less because I was able to use Dad's employee discount. And then
Nice.
I'm also having to pay a shit ton less at the actual mechanic because I'm not paying for parts. I'm just paying for labor, which is still the most expensive part, but
Still.
again, I'm
helps.
saving. And he's able to do it Tuesday. So I have 4 more days of using my landlord's car, which, by the way, I have a dope-ass landlord who's also my friend. He's been my friend since I was, like, 12.
Yeah.
And I'm able to bring his car to work. And that's a blessing, is that I work night shift. So it's like I'm not using the
That's
car at a
huge.
time where he's even awake, let alone out.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Like, everything lined up in such a perfect way. And so I am out, like, at the end of all of this, I'm probably going to be out, like, maybe at most, like, $600, which is not great. It's not even good.
No.
But it could have been worse,
No,
man.
it's
You
not.
know what I mean? Like, I'll knock on wood. Merlin hates when I say those words in that order. But it definitely could have been. You know what I mean? Like, it always can be.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, well, and also this is not an issue you're gonna probably ever gonna have to worry about with the car again.
that's the thing, is that, and I'll rant on this just a little bit before we kind of get close to wrapping up, which is that a lot of people close to me are like, oh, piece of shit car. Oh, bad
Yeah.
car. Bad car. And I'm like, no. Old car. It's fucking
Yeah.
different. This thing's
Yeah.
in 2001. Like, it's almost as old as me.
Old as we are, yeah. That's
Yeah.
really old.
It's an old car, but like, this is a natural part of the lifespan of a transmission. Is around my mileage, it breaks. It's going to. If I bought a fucking 2022 car right off the lot, tell you what, when I hit this number of miles, I would have had to replace this part. It's not an unreliable car. It's an old car. And every time, the reason they think it's bad is because I'm having to make a certain number of repairs within a year of me having the car. Like, yeah, I had to fix this. What else did I have to fix most recently? What else have I had to fix on the car? I needed a new muffler, but that's because it was parked for a year and it was just kind of rusting.
Yeah. The
I
money
had
that
to-
you save, the money that you save on getting an old car versus a new car, pretty much evens out by the
during
with the
during the
repairs that it takes.
duration of having the car.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Was it my brakes? Oh yeah, I had a brake issue. Yeah, I had a brake issue. That's what it was. Essentially my brakes didn't really work for a month. I had to akin it to fucking like yabba
That's
dabba
tough,
doing,
yeah.
like sticking my foot out the door and just like scraping it. No. Just like Fred Flintstone dragging it to a halt with my feet. No, I just I was safe about it. I knew where red lights were, so I slowed down beforehand so I didn't have to put the stopping power on the brake itself. I was just able to
Yeah.
deaccelerate. But I lost a
Yeah.
lot of stopping power, and I called Dad and I was like, hey, I've lost about 50 plus feet of stopping power. So if I'm able to like telegraph where I need to stop, I still can safely come to a complete stop every time consistently. But if I'm not able to telegraph it and I got into like an emergency situation, it'd be bad. So let's fix this.
Yep.
And it took about
Yeah.
like 3 weeks to a month to actually get that done. But we got it
Yeah.
done, and we got it done safely. and my brakes
Oh,
were
yeah.
fixed. But you know what? It's not because the brakes were bad. It's because they were old. Like I keep telling people, like my sister's getting married in February, in a month. Megan's getting
Yay,
married at the end of
congratulations.
next month, and I'm so excited for her.
Congratulations, Megan.
Well, she lives in Texas, and I
Yeah.
don't. I live in Tennessee, which, for those of you that don't live in the U.S., those are far apart. Not
They
too
are.
far apart, not the full country, but about half the country away. It's like a 15-hour drive. Which there are worse drives, but 15-hour drive, and they're all like, "Oh, your car's not gonna make it. You have a piece of shit car. It'll never make it." And I'm like, "Why not? I drove the same car to your wedding, which was 5 hours away, a third of the trip, but still, you know what? That car treated me like an angel the whole way."
Yeah.
Because these little things like pop up, yeah, but like it's not like it's because of a bad situation. Things just old.
Yeah.
And it needs a few fixes. And the thing is, it's had a few fixes. So it's going to be like,
Yeah.
I'm knocking on wood. I hope that this is the last chapter of a really shitty book, where the cars needed like semi-consistent repairs every 2 to 3 months for the first year of ownership. But now that I've owned it for a year and I've put that money into it, again, knocking on wood, I don't know what else could break. I've replaced my brakes, new muffler, new transmission. Like, honestly, the other things that could break, I don't fucking care about. Like, let's say the AC system blows out. I don't give a shit. Let's say this goes out, that goes out. I don't care. If it runs and it's safe and it's street legal, I'll drive it. Like, if it's a comfort thing, I don't care.
Roll down the windows if it gets too hot.
Roll down the windows. Oh, yeah, the
Easy.
window motor on the driver's side is it's aging, and it doesn't want to move much anymore. All the other windows are fine. But,
there you go.
So there you go. Roll down those. See? Like, I don't care. I'm not going to get that thing replaced because I don't need to. But I understand their sentiment, which is that I have to get back to work. And if I don't get back to work, that's a problem for attendance issues. But if I can get someone to drive me to Charlotte, I'm going to talk to Seth. If I can get someone to drive me to Charlotte, I can fly to Texas for less than $100.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, flights are so cheap right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
only out of Charlotte. Out of Nashville, it's like 100 something, and then out of like my local airport, it's like 280.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get to Charlotte if possible, but that's like what, a 3-hour drive from here.
Yeah, CLT is a good.
It's a good drive.
Cheap flights out of there. Yeah. But no, I'm going to Boston from RDU next week, and it's like a $60 flight.
Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. And it's at 6 a.m.
I'd go to Boston for $60 right now.
That's what I'm saying.
If
So
you
me and my
said,
dad
"Hey,
both
put
got
$60
tickets.
in my hand and you'll be in Boston tomorrow," I'd be like, yeah, weekend trip in Boston.
2 hours. It's a 2-hour flight.
Yeah.
It's usually a 4-hour flight, but because it's 6 a.m, it's only 2 hours. I'm like, Dad, this is insane. Like, you don't just. This does not happen. I've never seen flights that cheap and that like fast. 2-hour flight to Boston. That's crazy.
We're kind of optimistically.
No,
We're kind
I
of
was saying
optimistic.
flights are cheap.
Cheap flights.
Sorry.
Cheap flights are good. No, you're
Yeah, cheap
good.
flights.
Discord, right? Fuck it.
It's the worst, dude. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's not your fault either. You know. But
Did you hear that?
No.
My chest just made an ungodly sound. I wonder if that got picked up. Anyway, go ahead.
We're kind of optimistically hoping that like Merlin might be pregnant by the time we go to this wedding in late February. We'll know in like 2 weeks. We'll know in like 2 weeks. That's crazy.
How exciting.
But should that be the case, there's just not going to be a way that he can do the wedding, just because like you know him and like he's an awesome guy. He just stresses a lot. And you should do some reading on what stress does to pregnant people.
It's not good.
It is abhorrent what just stress is a feeling, dog. Like it's not even like a physical ailment, like a sickness. Stress is a feeling. Now, it does have like a chemical reaction in the body to feel stress, but it's a feel, and it can do abhorrent things to the health of both you and a baby.
It's probably the most powerful feeling that you can experience in your body because it has ramifications for your body. If you have a lot of stress over the course of like 2 weeks, you'll start to like get achy. Like you'll get achy and your bones will feel weak and your
You'll lose
muscles will
sleep.
feel weak.
You'll
You'll
lose sleep. You can gain weight. You can lose weight.
Yep. It has
Stress
a lot
is-
of physical ramifications.
Stress is insane, and no one does it like my husband. So
Yeah.
we just, let's say the car goes poorly. Like that's a lot of stress. Let's say the car goes fine, but it's a big wedding.
Yeah.
It's a big wedding, and
Yeah.
Merlin won't
Not
know
Merlin's
90% of the people there.
Yeah.
And
also not Merlin
he
Steve's.
already doesn't really vibe with like a lot of new people at once. Like he can dip his toe in the water. Like likes meeting new
Sure.
people, but let's do one at a time.
Yep.
Not his event.
Yeah.
He wanted to go, and of course I wanted to go. Megan wanted him to go. It's my sister's wedding, you know. We all want Merlin
Yeah.
there, but
Yeah.
for the sake of his own personal health, and in 2 weeks we'll see the baby's health.
Baby.
Maybe the baby, the baby? Question mark.
The baby. Yeah.
Just not gonna risk it. So probably
Of course.
Merlin's probably staying home because he also hates flying. For someone that like came over here from England and like we did a shit ton of flying
Yeah.
for like a 2-year stint, we were flying all the time. We were always in the air. And he just hates it.
Understood. It's not the best experience.
Immigration trauma is one thing. But
Yeah.
now, of course, that he has a green card, he doesn't have to go through immigration. But still, security checkpoints and making your gate on
Yeah.
time. Travel,
It's stress, man.
3 words. Travel is stress. There are no better synonyms. Travel is stress.
Because the amount of things that can go wrong between your departure and your arrival is wild.
Insane. Deadlines, mechanical issues.
Yeah, no matter what method of transportation you use, there is a high risk of many things going wrong. I'm gonna say something really quick because,
and we can wrap on it.
and we'll wrap. Did you have any more things for the car stuff?
No. All I'll say is that yeah, I'm like $600 down at the beginning of this year, and hopefully pretty soon going to be expecting a child. So Patreon link is in the episode description, and as soon as OnlyFans drops, you all will hear about that shit. So
Hell yeah.
Merlin has an Etsy. We're gonna put it in the episode description. Like I said, 16 shirts at Ram Ranch. Got them at the thrift store yesterday, and if y'all want to see some I'm talking about fucking hilarious shirt designs. By the time this episode drops tomorrow, maybe they won't be up, probably won't be up at all, but keep your eyes on it. Support us because we love you guys. Fuck, I love you guys. Okay, go on. What's up, dog?
No, so did I mentioned my car thing that happened, right? I don't think I finished on it.
Go on.
So I definitely said that on the way home from Christmas.
Yeah.
Her car broke down, Leah's car broke down, and then my car broke down at the same time, on the same day.
Yeah.
So the method of fixing that was very interesting because my car was at a random gas station on Christmas Day, and we had to go pick it up and bring it to a place. Leah's car was at my parents' house on Christmas Day, and after Christmas we had to go, like Leah had to go to Rocky Mount to pick up that car from my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. Oh, so my car, we went to go pick up my car, and it was in something called limp mode, which is a mode that your car does when there's something
the
wrong
radio
with the engine.
shuts off. The CD player will not accept new CDs. Just the car is just completely taken over, and the only thing that'll come out of the stereo is Limp Bizkit. Particularly the album Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water. Just, it's all it plays. Nonstop. If you turn the volume down, it will go up. If you turn the volume up, the volume will go up. It is in limp mode, dog.
When you said the radio shuts down, I was like, oh, interesting. That wasn't my experience at all. I didn't realize you were going with Limp Bizkit on it. That was really funny. Yeah, no, it goes into limp mode where
No, we
it
already
does not go
explained what it
past-
does.
Oh, no.
What does it do? What the fuck is limp mode?
So it's when there's something wrong with the engine and the car's like, we don't want to operate at full capacity because this shit might blow up.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
right?
No,
Isn't
no,
that
no.
awesome?
I'm very familiar because when I threw that rod, now what's supposed to happen is that when your like engine gets to overheating,
Yeah.
your car will not let your engine overheat. It'll save itself and your car will seize, it'll stop, it'll turn off, and literally just like all your systems, it'll shut down because it would rather you turn your car off and like veer to the side of the road than let your engine overheat because that's very, very dangerous.
Really dangerous.
That's what's supposed to happen. Unfortunately, I threw the rod before my car was able to do that. But limp mode, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so it won't go past 40 miles an hour. No matter how hard, you can fucking floor it, and it will not go past 40 miles an hour. Isn't that awesome?
That's weird. No, awesome.
Yeah, so
absolutely awesome. Weird.
Great for the car, but very weird. It is a very weird feeling when you just can't go over 40. I'm like, it's a very weird feeling. So we took it to, we had to just find a place because it's not, it was really struggling on the highway, and while I'm going, it's like rickety. And it's like, it sounds like shit's clanging underneath my feet, which is a really, really scary feeling.
Yeah, it's kind of close to what I experienced.
Yeah. And so we had to just find the nearest place. Well, the nearest place happened to be a guy operating from his home.
Okay.
He was he's an at-home mechanic. And we found him, just the coolest of dudes. Just such a cool guy. And he took one look and he was like, "Oh yeah, you got a spark plug out." And I was like, "Really? Is that it?" He was like, "Yeah, you got a busted spark tube." Spark plug.
That can happen.
Yep. And he was like, "That's a super easy fix. I'll get that done. It's like $150.
150 to replace a spark plug?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it too much?
I just, I do a lot of do-it-yourself. I know a lot of car people. I know some car stuff myself. I do a lot of do-it-yourself. Like I said, labor is the most expensive part of any mechanic trip. So for a mechanic, I wouldn't say that's awful. I just know that replacing a spark plug is like a 10-minute thing.
Oh, yeah, it was fast.
And spark plugs are relatively cheap.
The thing with it is because he's an at-home mechanic, he had to order the parts, get them shipped from the place.
Yeah. Like he needs overhead. It's a business, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And he was a really nice guy, and I don't really fucking care. Like, as long as the car works, it is what it is. And so we did I say 150?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was 110.
Better.
And then there was another thing that he had to do, and then I also tipped him.
Okay, fair enough.
So the total ended up being 150.
That's much better.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was so fucking concerned, dog.
Yeah. No, I think
that makes
like
a lot more sense.
Yeah. So, any hoosers. But yeah, super nice guy, and it was Christmas or the day after Christmas, and so like
That's awesome.
He was just a good
that's amazing. That's insane.
Yeah. And so but yeah, no, got it fixed. Super I was also expecting, because like I didn't know what the fuck was wrong with the car. I didn't know about limp mode. And all I knew was I was hearing
no one ever tells you about
crazy
limp mode.
shit from my radio.
Yeah.
My radio was playing some crazy shit on full volume. I didn't know my car could play music that loudly.
Yeah. You can press the gas all the way to the floor. It'll just get louder.
Bullshit. What?
Aw, shit, my car's in limp mode.
All I know is that it is indeed all about the he said, she said bullshit. That's all I know. That's all I know. And you know what? There's not a price on that. There isn't.
There isn't a price tag you can put on that.
So, no, yeah, I had no idea about limp mode. So I was like, this could be a $1,500 fix. Or it
Exactly,
could be like a
exactly. That's the
$50
biggest
fix. I
thing,
have
is
no clue.
not knowing.
It's scary, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was prepared for a lot of money. And so when he told me it was like 110 or 110, I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That like I was expecting so much worse, so I didn't even care.
Yeah.
But yeah, at-home mechanics. It's a very weird feeling to be like, oh, gotta go fix my car, and you just pull into somebody's driveway.
I kind of trust him more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did trust him more. I probably shouldn't have, but I did trust him more than I would a actual car.
The
place.
less I can understand you talking, the more like kind of faith I have in your ability to get my car to limp mode.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it.
Yeah, we have car trouble, or at least I have car trouble every New Year.
It happens.
We
Like
both had some
clockwork.
car trouble though recently. Our New Year's resolutions are going well. I'm learning Japanese. Limp mode.
Oh yeah. You've got me inspired. I'm gonna get on Duolingo again.
Fuck yeah! What you interested in?
I started learning Italian with my sister, and I just gave up on it because I also love the culture, love the language. It's a really
Yeah.
neat. It's just a cool place, and I want to go back, and I'd love to be able to like
I'd love to go
Just
because
halfway be able to do anything.
I had a relative hit me up that was he's learning our heritage, like that's what he's doing. I told you about this guy. And
I think so.
he was able to trace our like family lineage down to a neighborhood in Italy.
No way. You did not tell me this.
So I'd love to go to that city. No, I just told you
That's
that
really
like
cool.
someone from ancestry.com hit me up and he was like, "Hey, just took a DNA test and it says that we're like
Oh.
first or second cousins."
Yes.
We talked a little bit more and figured out exactly how we were related, and his
That's so sick.
passion in life is figuring out where he came from. So his family tree is fucking massive. And because I was
Yeah.
added to it, I get the updates and I get to see these new people get added to my family tree. It's a dream because some people
Yeah.
spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on it. Some people spend years and years on it. And like I just get to passively sit back and watch this other guy
Yeah.
do it, but learn
You don't
where
have to
I
do
came
shit.
from in the process.
Yeah, you don't have to do shit, but you reap all the benefits. That's such a dream.
It's all
Ah.
on mom's side, but like still very interesting.
Sure. That is really, really cool.
So like, he
Neato,
was
yeah.
able to trace it. I'm part of a Facebook group for this neighborhood in Italy. It's really cool.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
That's really dope. Anyway, yeah, I'd love to go back. So
I'll go with
and
you.
I'd love to be
ABP
able to,
trip.
like- I'm about to say we should do an ABP trip. That would be really fun.
Hell yeah. I'll have to learn
All right,
Italian.
I don't want to kill Seth.
Actually, I'll just learn Japanese and speak that
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
They'll love that.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
they'll be
how
very
insulting
appreciative. I'm the Italian
to
one.
just go-
and
To go to a country and start speaking a completely different language that also isn't like to speak your
Clearly
second language and
American.
it's not
Like-
theirs. Yeah, very American.
Like-
Speaking a fully different, and just be like, they'll understand. They'll get it.
They'll get it.
It's not my language, so it must be theirs.
Hey, the fact that the fact that you're bilingual means that even if you're not speaking their language, you have a higher chance of someone understanding what you say.
That's true. You
That's
double
true.
your chances.
You double your chances.
Yeah.
I think you could also just like start singing Limp Bizkit really loudly, and there'd be a cultural
That's
bond
universal.
there that breaks
Yeah,
down
that's
walls and
totally universal.
barriers, and it gets you right to the core, right to the heart. We're gonna get out of here.
All right. Yeah, let's
Um,
go. Let's not. Seth's gonna want to die. So
Yeah, I want to say a huge thank you to Salty Sloth Productions for producing us and also for being our favorite podcast network. I want to go ahead and thank all of our patrons this week. I'm going to stop asking Seth to put in the names here. Officially, this is the last time I ever do it. Aw, sad to see that go. Because he just does it at the end, and I like the way he does it, so I don't know why I always was asking him to insert it at this point. That doesn't need to happen. Y'all are going to hear the patrons that we love dearly just in a very brief moment. We love those guys because they're all sexy. Every single one of them. Except the ones that don't want to be seen as sexy. They're cool. And the underage ones. They're not sexy. But they're nice for supporting the show. And if you want to as well,
Thank you.
Patreon is in the episode description. Thanks, Merlin, for covering us.
How many underage people are patrons?
I don't think any right now.
Okay, good.
But
That's true. For
blanket
future.
statements.
Yeah. Gotta cover our
Other than
ashes.
that, we're not in a studio, so I don't think we have to thank anyone else.
yet.
Thanks, Merlin, for keeping me sane. Thanks, Leah, for delivering a beanie this episode.
Shout out
Um,
McDonald's.
Shout out McDonald's. Shout out Limp.
Limp Biscuit. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Yep.
Yeah, shout out Blender Bottle. Please sponsor us. Huh? Shout out Mr. Biscuit. Other than that, we will see you all next week in person in the new studio for episode
not.
100.
Oh, yes, we will. Yes, we will. Sorry. Episode 100, baby. Yeah.
Episode 100, guys. We will see you
Love you
there.
all.
We love you.
This is our final, this is our goodbye to double-digit episodes. No more. Never
You remember?
again.
You remember?
Never, ever again.
You remember conspiracy theories number 10? And you were like,
Yep.
double dig?
Double dig. Dub dig. Yep.
We're
We're
out
about
of
to
it.
hit trip dig.
We're out of it. We're gone.
Trip
Double
dig, baby.
digits for pussies. I'm sorry. We gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have to fuck with double digit ever again until we start doing our sports podcast.
Yeah. And probably one of the other, 8 podcasts we're going to end up starting eventually. But
Yeah, absolutely.
our podcasting empire. Okay, we're out of here. Love you guys. See you all next week.
Bye, folks. Love you all.
Bye.
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 Hey everyone, just wanted to give a special shout out and thank you to Jamie, Jess, Kat, Sky, Jessica, and Brian, our top patrons this week. And we just want to say, y'all really don't know how much we appreciate all that you do. Thank you so much.